See if people are active. What's up? What's up? Damn. Damn. Yeah, what's up, yo? Yeah, I haven't been live on my YouTube in a minute, so I decided to jump on. Hello. How are you guys? You could contact him um through the forum, the Temple of Major Eye forum. You also can contact him on Facebook. He's just really busy. Oh yeah, I can for sure. Uh, he has a proton mail too, but you have to get that from him. Yeah, Zatal, like I saw a lot of people talking about those people that died, being ritualistic sacrifices, and that shit pissed me off because those people had families for one. You know, secondly, they're literally people like who were as young as 14 years old that died. And this is just one instance that has reached the mainstream. There are a ton of different occurrences every day at concerts in which people die, especially, in a mosh pit, especially when the crowd is raging. There there was nearly not enough security. There was not enough crowd control on the behalf of the artist either. But that's the culture of these concerts. Like people rage, people do this shit. It's stupid, but they do it, you know? Factoring in people on drugs, like there's a lot of different things that play a big part in people passing away at these concerts. So it's ridiculous that there's people that are saying that this is some kind of like sacrifice to Moloch, because there's a lot of people who are saying that it's a sacrifice to Moloch. There are people who are talking about um, the fact that this was like satanic, all of this different conspiracy shit. I even saw people breaking down the wrong numbers pertaining to numerology. And that made me laugh because it was ridiculous. People would literally do anything for attention or for a story. Rest easy to those people that passed, though, because it is very fucking sad. But it's very common. It's very common for the artist to be negligent. It's very common for people to die at these venues. It's very common for them to be overpacked and people to suffocate to death at these things, too. As I said, it's just one thing that has reached the mainstream. It's one story that reached the mainstream. So that's the reason why it's so chaotic right now. It's just giving the artist more attention anyway as a result of this. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But it's really common at these things. Come upstairs. Come on. Sorry, I'm trying to like get my cat to come up here. He has a mind of his own though. Come on. I don't have a lot of experience with Oribus. Like I don't. I don't have a lot of experience with a lot of the freaking spirits that I connect to in the Goetia. I just introduce myself to them and I get information about them and then I'll post about it. That's really it. I don't have really extensive contact with them because I don't like to do that all the time. If I'm addressing them, then I'll talk to them. I'll get the gnosis from them, and I'll leave it at that. Some of them I'll take it upon myself to work a little further if I feel, a pull to them, like when I was working with Marcosius. But aside from that, I don't really work with a ton of them like that. Especially now. I haven't worked with a Goetia in a few months. I'm doing well, John. I'm doing very well. But what's up, you guys? What are you guys up to today? What are you guys up to? And what do you guys want to talk about? I'm here. I'm chilling. Yo, what's up, Harold? How you doing? 21 of you guys. And you guys ain't even saying anything. Yeah. What have I been studying? Um, well, recently I've been working a lot with the Death Current. So I've been working a lot with the Dark Fae. And it's been very fruitful for sure. I've been having fun. And it's been really nice. But I've also been taking a break from my platforms and stuff because it's been good to just be away. I do miss you guys, and I will be posting. I'll probably upload a video a little later after I go off of this live, and start with my herb series again because I like that. I was having fun with that while I'm doing my devotional rites. Yes, the Dark Fae. Yes. Time periods with no communication at all. Um, well, that happens to me. That happens to me sometimes, and I feel that that's a result of you needing to rest. You need rest. Sometimes I can't use my abilities. Sometimes I can't hear them. Sometimes I can't connect to them. Sometimes I can't even do divination. It's just because I need rest. I'm overextending myself. That's usually a result of, when you can't communicate or when you're just, hi, how are you? Yeah, that's usually a result of you just being extremely like overextended. Come here. Come on, you're done. Come on. Thank you. Yeah. It's sometimes it's okay to just take a break, but it's not anything that you need to be worried about because you're not blocked or any of the sort. You just need some time. And there's nothing wrong with that at all. How do you differentiate from the inner voice of your higher self and a telepathic message? In regards to what? Like a telepathic message from a spirit, your higher self speaking to you. Just a little more context, and then I'll be able to explain it. Well, I can't really say much about Hecate because I don't really work with Hecate. I don't work with her. So I can't really say much. I'm not one to fake the funk. I'm not one to shoot the shit and act like I know things that I don't. So every question that you ask me when it comes down to, getting information, you're gonna get real, authentic information. And if I don't know, then I'm gonna tell you that I don't know. I'll never, I'll never act like I do know. Nice to see you too, man. Um, yeah. Sorry, I'm working a day job now because I wanted to. I literally just didn't really want to do readings anymore. I didn't want to do rituals anymore. I just wanted to put that shit up and just get a day job. I really, I really just, I really just wanted to get a day job, and that's what I did. And I like this job too. So it's not super demanding of my time. It's perfect. The spirit set it up to where my schedule is perfect, exactly the way I like it. It it just flows. It flows very well. But that's where I've been. Above you are parts of you. Yes, mountains is the key. Let's say you have the entity higher self as a demon connecting to you, then in a weird way, it's like above both of you, parts of you. Um, hmm. Well, when you're in full blown communication with your higher self, you'll actually be able to hear them. You can hear them. When you get to that point where you can actually communicate, and when you have when you're connecting with when you're connecting with a demon, it'll be more telepathic. Most of the time, they'll be speaking to you telepathically. It's easier to communicate with your higher self than it is to communicate with any infernals or any demons for that matter. What's up? Yeah, you're working to do the exact opposite. I feel that. Sometimes we transition. Completely breaking your ass down. Yeah. You gotta take a breather sometime. Yeah, I'm good. I'm actually doing really fucking good. I've been I've been definitely coming to some revelations recently, and it's been fucking awesome. Nice. Nice. Yes, I have. It's funny because I was just reading uh The Lord of the Packs. That's awesome. And trust me, it can be really fruitful. Like really, it could be really rewarding as well. Um, kind of working for yourself. It's fucking awesome. But do you have any favorite master teachers like Phil Valentine, Bobby Hernett you listen to? My favorite master teacher right now is the EAGM Razarith of the Temple of the Magi. That's my favorite master teacher right now. Am I doing readings? Yeah, yeah. I could take readings. That's fine. You know what? Yeah, it's my off day. I'm chilling. I could do some readings. That's fine. Has a goetic demon ever came to me and told me that they rose in rank? No. I mean, they've told me that their kingdoms have gotten bigger, but I've not seen them rise in rank. How can you listen to him? Yeah, the EAGM. Go to the Temple of the Magi YouTube page, and you'll be able to listen to him. You'll be able to see some of his stuff. You'll be able to see the work that he does and the things that he talks about. King Asmodeus can be a very rough, but he means it in a very loving way for sure. Yeah, we can for sure. Yes, send me an email. Sorry, Kishan, it's just been a little busy, but yes, I have some time today. Yeah, Kishan, go ahead. You can email me. I have time today. We likely could do the reading today in a few hours or so if you'd like. Yes. He's very realistic, and that's what I really like. But also I just like how dark, King Asmodeus is. I like how much he loves to commit blasphemy. I think that's like my favorite thing about him. It's really fun. The Temple of Mezrai, yeah. You'll when you search it up on YouTube, you'll see it has skulls and bones on the profile picture. What's up, Mr. Two? You'll see a skull and bones. Wow. I really like the way this beanie looks with these glasses. Thank you. So, yes, the Mizrahi. Hey, so you guys, drop me some topics on what you want me to talk about. What kind of videos do you guys want me to make? I'm all up for suggestions. I'll take suggestions and I'll start cranking out videos. What I'm going to continue with is the herb series and getting into poisonous herbs, um, talking about them in the craft, the practice. But I'm open to suggestions for videos and stuff too. The first thing he told me was that I was going to be cleansed in fire and then blasted me with flames. He shoved his sword in my chest like a, yeah, yeah. It can definitely seem like he's coming off as very rough, but like I said, he definitely means well by it. He means it in a very loving way. And he just wants you to fucking triumph. He wants you to succeed. He wants you to be the strongest version of yourself. That's why I really appreciate King Asmodeus, and that's why I really appreciate Lucifuge. Yes. Yes. Yes, I can. Yeah, I can. Hey, hey, hey. What's up, dude? How you doing? You guys see how the smoke's coming out of only one nostril? I'm just like, what the fuck? Why is it only coming out of one nostril? It's funny. I can't. I can't talk about those, and the reason why I can't talk about those is because I am not a I am not an imperator of the Temple of Mizrai. So I will not talk about the Towers of Apotheosis. Um, I'm not even going to talk about my own practice. That's why I don't go in depth. I'll just say, stuff here and there, but I will not go in depth because I do not want to disrespect any of the imperators. I don't want to disrespect the blighted lords and ladies. I don't want to disrespect my patroness. And I do not want to disrespect the EAGM. Cool. Yeah. Yeah. So when I got my septum piercing done, they asked me did I want to get a 16 gauge or a 14 gauge. I didn't know that they give you the option of choosing them. So when I went in and got it, I was like, you know what? I want to get a 14 gauge. So I got the 14. And I like the 14 because it's bigger. I wanted something that was bigger because I was planning on stretching it, but I don't think I'm gonna stretch it because I like the way this looks. I just want to get another one. I want to find one that's kind of the same color as these that I have, the hoops. Any videos about Lilith? No, actually, I don't. Do I have do I work with dragons? I did in the past a lot, but I have not recently. Ah, that's a good one. That is a good one. Yes. No, I actually don't have experience with Sarath. Um, yes, for sure. I do slightly. I think I had a video pertaining to Neymar. For sure. Mm-mm. What got me into magic? Yeah, I believe I have a video on that. Am I getting more tattoos? Yeah, I want to get my neck done on the side, right here. I don't want to get the middle, but I want to get my neck done on the side. I definitely plan on getting more tattoos. I want to get sleeved up for sure. But I want my tattoos to be like discoveries that I get from certain spirits. Then I want to get them tattooed on me for the resonance. Hmm. Yeah, I can definitely make a video about that. Yes. What was my experience crossing death? Yes, there's a very spiritual significance of getting tattoos, especially if it's connected to a certain spirit. You're dedicating it to a spirit, or you're dedicating it to, or you're dedicating that tattoo to a certain kind of practice, a protection, a ritual. Very. Thank you. Yeah, there's a huge spiritual significance to it. You can open them up and you can connect them to different currents of energy. You can connect them to different spirits. You can connect them to yourself. You can have tattoos that are dedicated to your higher self, to work with your higher self, to make evocation easier. Like, there's a lot of things that you can do. All of my tattoos represent something that happened in my life that I put forward. Hey, what demonic king would you see as a flint lighter in hand while wearing a suit? This sounds like the appearance of what Bael would wear. Thank you. Yeah, this shirt is dope. I really like the blue the most on here because I like dark blue a lot. There you go. If you really want to see you want to see a good video pertaining to tattoos and hearing the spiritual significance of tattooing, you can watch the video by EAGM Razarith. You can watch the video by EAGM Resurreth about the God Seal and the resonance tattooing. That would be the best video that you can watch pertaining to the spiritual significance of tattoos. It's a very good one. You know what's interesting? Anytime that I would see Asmodeus, I would see Asmodeus come in like a red suit. He always would have like a glass of Hennessy. Like he would have like a glass of some kind of hard liquor. Like he's just like a fancy ass businessman. When I would see him in like in like a form of yeah, my vape has nicotine. It's like 5%. But I do it for like I just do it for offerings to the spirits that I work with. No, I haven't. I haven't. But it sounds cool. That's right up my alley. Magic videos and wolf videos. So yeah, I see Asmodeus as that guy in a suit with alcohol in his hand, like in his left hand usually, or he'll come forward like smoking a cigar. I'll see him and Amdusias. I'll see Asmodeus as I'll see Asmodeus as a flaming red horse, and Amdusias as a shadow, like pitch black unicorn with like either black or blue eyes. They'll either be black or blue, but those are the shapes that I usually see the twins in. No, I haven't watched the video on the Poison Garden, but that's right up my alley. Um, what's the name of the video? Yeah, I do too. I do too. That's cool. You see him as a goat. That's dope. You get pictures of anime girls, right? Right? That shit's funny. Yeah, you get pictures of anime girls. You get pictures of um, different kinds of anime monsters, stuff like that. But those monsters and those characters are based off of the real thing. You know, they might change up their specialties and stuff like that a little bit, but it's still based on the real thing. What's up, Daryl? How are you? Yeah. As for these, I'm just smoking these for now. I really want some cigars because these don't hit like cigars do. I like to smoke before I do ritual because it just gets me in that mindset. But aside from that, I don't really smoke. Watch AO on Netflix. It's about interdimensional travels. AO, AO, AO. I think I've, I think, oh, the OA? I've seen it. You met Valak in a dream, and he looked like a dark form, like a dark elf from Skyrim, like the eyes, and he showed you was a cherub. That's tight. All right, Daryl. Have I seen Helva Balls? No, I haven't. No. Yeah, they are based on the Christian concept. I agree. Dexter. Okay. Recently, I started watching fucking Money Heist. That show's pretty damn good. It's been a rough 2 months. I hear you on that, Daryl. It was pretty rough for me too. It's been pretty rough for me too. And then recently, things calmed down. Whew. Shit happens, but we figure it out. Okay, I'm about to fucking look it up. I'm gonna look that up for sure. All right. You have a good day too. Appreciate you for dropping in. Thank you for the continued support. You've been feeling a buzzing sensation on your forehead where your third eye is. You think it could be the chakra becoming active? Yeah, could be. If there's energy in your body, like if there's energy that's anywhere in your body or you're feeling it flowing through you, then you can envision it going into your third eye and, stimulating it. You can do that. Or you can kind of just do like quick breathing because that's an easy way to move energy faster as well. And you could just tell yourself to send it there. Sweet Tooth. Sweet Tooth, Sweet Tooth. I've not watched Sweet Tooth, but I've watched Sweet Home. Gonna go work yourself in dish pit. 5 gums stimulate your senses. That's funny. No problem. I believe it's kind of like Wim Hof breathing because it's the rapid breathing, like you stop yourself, and then you do it again. But it moves energy very quickly. Witch House 40K. How have I been? Been pretty good. I've just been trying to get in. I've just been trying to get closer to my patroness. Like I've really been doing heavy devotional work to connect with her and move deeper into the energies of death. And it's been going very well. I'm trying to, heal traumas, shadow work, still, the typical stuff. Because there's always work to be done. Witch House 40K? Never heard of it. Agori. First time hearing of it. That's my first time hearing of it, Antonio. But yeah, constant work on myself. For the crap, give it energy. What are some pros, cons, side effects? Pros and cons. I mean, I would just say that your proficiency in meditation and the ability to leave your body is going to cause a lot of attention to be, brought to you. You're going to get a lot of attention and a lot of different kind of energies that come to attack you, especially if you work with energies of, the occult. Yes, I still do readings. Yeah. Today I'm off, so I'm offering readings. If you guys wanted readings done, I'm up for it. But you gain attention from other kinds of beings, especially celestials, that don't want you to thrive. I'm just saying, I'm throwing celestials out there because of the fact that there are certain kinds of magic that will that will make enemies of that magic come after you and try and block you from getting full access to that current or that power that of which you are tapping into. So you have to be very careful. Thank you. But yeah, you have to be very careful of you really have to be very careful of that stuff. So make sure you're grounding, make sure you have protections. If you're into illusionary magic, it'd be a good idea to, weave some illusions over those enemies. Um, you could send it on Cash App. I prefer that. Yeah, that is a weird ass dream. Cash App. Yes, for sure. Exactly. Well, working with the Goetia, working with the Goetia, working with those energies, they will bring the enemies of those beings that you're working with to you. You will get the attention of them for sure. They will come after you. In the afterlife, what do I think I'll become? Um, that's a good question. That is a good question. I don't know. Some form of undead creature. Like a resurrected mage. Well, that's the goal. Yeah. Tattva. What's Tattva? What is that? What is that? First time hearing of that. Mhm. Yeah, it's a disposable one. That's above Silverloo. That would work. That would work very well. Yeah. Oh, nice. How is it? Is it pretty nice? Okay. Let's see, Paul. Give me a second, you guys. Let me do this really quick and tune in. Let me sit up. I need my spine straight for this. Actually, let me get my pillow. All right, let's do a reading. My spine is straight. Let's connect. Okay, Paul, do you work with arachne? Do you work with any kind of spiders? Um, because there's a lot of spiders around you. So I really feel that there's energy of it really feels like there are arachnid energies that are around you. I don't sense Abaddon because I see a woman. I see a woman. Um, but there are a lot of arachnid energies. Let's see. Sorry, I just wanted to throw that out there because that's the first thing I saw. So give me a second. Um, have you been seeing any shadows lately? Because I do hear that it would be a good idea, or it's like a call for you to work with Abaddon. Excuse me. I do see that it would be a good idea for you to work with Abaddon now. Letting go of those restrictions just feels like you have something um, that is limiting you. It's like you're holding yourself back, and he wants to help you to let these things go. So, yes. But I also see arachnid energy around you, so wanted to put that out there. 10, it's 10. You can send me 10 for it. You can send me $10 on Cash App for the questions. You dreamed that I was standing on the scales of Ma'at, seen a new bested horse, and then you woke up. Yeah, because Dusk, it's like I see you laying down in your bed and you wake up and there's an apparition that's standing next to you, but it's like a hooded figure with all black on. I just keep hearing that. Here's the call. Here's your call. So yes. Um, can you do Venmo? Because my PayPal is currently down. Or you also can just, Frame Guy, you also can just send it on YouTube. You can send it to my YouTube as well. That works too. Trying to learn how to channel spirits. Um, so give me a second. Get to know yourself before you try and reach out to other spirits and energies. Because what this is going to do is it's going to give you the ability to completely move out of your own way. When you move out of your own way, then you'll be able to call to other energies and you'll know who is not you and who is you. Does that make sense? It will remove you from the equation so that you can easily bring forward the messages that are being delivered to you, or so that you can easily use the tongues of spirits that want to speak through you. Has it felt numb? Like shut off or you stagnant? Is that what you're asking? All right, let's see, Mario. Mario, you have the presence of Beelzebub around you right now. You have Beelzebub that's wanting your attention. No problem. Yeah. Um, so whenever I'm feeling stagnant, I like to ground my energy. And because grounding just helps me to not be so, you know, in my head, it brings me back to the energies and the elements of earth. It lets me breathe. It lets me just observe nature. It lets me be in the moment. When you allow yourself to be in the moment, your purpose, your path, whatever projects you were working on, whatever you're looking for, whatever kind of inspiration you're trying to get a grasp of, that is what's going to get you to, get back on track for feeling like you're not numb or feeling like you're not stagnant. You're welcome. So, Mario, it'd probably be a good idea to work with Beelzebub. He seems to be around you right now. And as I told you before, I remember I said Satan, but Beelzebub is around you right now. Matthew, it'd be a good idea for you to work with Dantalion. That'll help you to get out of that rut and make you more confident because it's a matter of your confidence. You question yourself a little too much. You can work with Dantalion to get that part of you, um, under wraps to get it to the point where you're more confident. All right, Daryl, let me see. So, Daryl, right now it would be a very good idea for you to work with Sobek. Sobek. Sobek, yes. I will confirm I do see Anubis, but I see Sobek for sure. That's gonna basically be evolving around protection. You should look into him. Good, good. That's awesome. If you guys want these confirmations, send them on Cash App because this does pull from my energy when I go and connect to you. You're welcome. All right, let me see. Mellow. So, are you Mellow? Are you working with any poisonous energies? Are you working with the poison path right now? Snow. It would be a very good idea for you to reach out to Marcosius, actually. I don't know if you're trying to get into dream magic, or you will be getting into dream magic, but I do see you. Um, I do see you benefiting from working with Marcosius from the Glacier. That's for you, Raphael. But as I've said before in previous videos, Marcosius is going to help you find interlopers. It's going to help you find the frauds and identify things that just aren't right. Yes, Temple of Manjirai. Yeah, so work with Marcosius. That would be a very good idea. Marcosius will help you a lot with that. You can also work with Valak for that too. Yeah. There's a lot of energies of poison and death that that I connect to when I look at you, Mello. So yes. I think you know why I haven't said a spirit's name or anything. I'm pretty sure you'll catch on to why I haven't said a spirit's name, Mello, but you catch the drift. I'm sure you're catching my drift. So oh, so it's $ HEZZE 147. Super Athena Vapula steps forward. For sure. For sure, Antonio. I'm gonna watch that video that you talk about, the Poison Garden, because that's right up my alley, like I said. So that's dope. You're welcome. Hold on. No, sorry. That's the wrong one. That's the wrong one. It's it's $HEZEC23. And the C is capital. So the H is capital, the C is capital, and and you put 23 after that. That's my Cash App name. Can somebody type that out? Sorry, I can't type because I'm not on my laptop. And yeah, just like that. That's my Cash App for sure. Yeah. Yes. And it'll. Sorry guys, the stream got interrupted. The stream got interrupted. So Mello, there's a no. There's a green woman that appeared from you that has like pores that open that have like poisonous kind of um energy that comes out of them. Oh, it's just it's some blue raz. What's up, bro? How you doing, Josh? It's some blue raz. It's like 5%. I need to put my phone on the charger. Hold on. God, I fucking hate this stuff sometimes. Oh yeah. Yeah. Did you hear what I said, Josh? It's fucking it's blue raz. How are you today, bro? What are you up to? Raphael, if Jordan enough, Paul. Okay. You miss the taste of fruit compared to menthol. Yo, that's fucking funny, dude. Yeah. I'm just doing this shit just because I'm waiting to start buying my cigars again. Because I'm about to have cigars on deck again. Because I just like the way I smoke cigars. I like the way cigars smoke. I like the feel that they give me. I like the energy around me from it, especially when I offer it as to the spirits. Jamal. Send it from Zombie 216. Okay. Yeah, bro. You know, I'm on my shit. Let me see here. Jamal. Kefri. Jamal. You whoever Jamal is that just sent me this. You have Egyptian god around you. Kefri. Um, it's a really awesome energy to work with when it comes to self-transformation. So, Jamal, are you gonna be like moving? Are you traveling or something pretty soon? Because I see that coming up. Whenever I see the scarab or whenever I see Kefri, that's an energy that is like that's coming up. So I don't know if that has to do with you or if it's just something that, that is random, but I do see Kefri for sure. Ashe. Can I see what type of gives you? Oh yeah. Yeah. I can, Snow. If you want me to do that, I can definitely do that. Yeah, I can do readings over YouTube comments. Yeah, I extend myself. Yeah. Do I like pagans? Yeah, I don't have problems with pagans. Let me see. Okay, Snow. Um, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I definitely see you as being someone who has more of a strong clairaudient ability, but I also see you being really good with psychometry. So you can build up on that psychometry ability with using divination. So practicing with divinatory tools, using tarot cards, using pendulums, you'll build up that energy over time and you'll be able to touch objects and kind of know about them. That's a gift that you'll have, especially when you touch people too. Those abilities are very strong within you. Um, yeah, I believe Venmo. I believe you can send me money via Venmo, Meg. That should work very well. Because I think the money's interchangeable on Venmo. That I think that'll work. Yeah, three chance. I can do it over I can do it over YouTube. Yeah, I do it over YouTube. Um, I do readings over video chat. I do them over YouTube. If there are people who are close to me, then I do readings in person too. But for the most part, yeah, I do it over long distance. I project myself to the person, and then I'll just see what's around them, if that makes sense, or I'll hear things about them. Hmm. Let me see. Give me a second. Of course. Okay, so when it comes to my Venmo, it's HEZZE147. All right, let's see. What do you want me to look into? Um, what do you want me to look into, Chance? Sure. Okay. Chance, do you work with the do you work with the Morgan? And do you feel a strong connection to wolves? Because I see a lot of energies of like I see images of wolves that are around you, but I also hear and I'm hearing spirits ask me about your relationship with the Morgan. But more specifically, Bob. But there's a lot of canine energy around you, and I see images of wolves. I see a lot of wolves. From when you're way younger, yeah, that definitely is. It's definitely still strongly around you. Hmm. If you don't work with the triple goddess, It definitely would be a good idea too. But I am being corrected. Um, I'm being corrected on specifically what I just said because that's not the Morgan. It's a Kati. Yes. I'm still tripping out because earlier someone had arachnids around them. I was tripping on that. Yo, I'm gonna lay off on that for a second. It's starting to taste gross. I'll be doing okay. I'll be doing readings. Yeah, I did feel a lot of energies of death around you, but I do see a Kati too. Um, Whenever I do readings, sometimes I'll start to taste. I'll taste different things. I was just hitting my vape and it just tasted like it was rancid. So I had to put that shit down. Start tasting gross. Um, Lupe, you have a strong gift of clairvoyance within your family. It runs within your family. The clairvoyance is, if it's not your primary, then it'll be your secondary ability. But I'm putting my finger on the fact that it's a primary ability. It's very strong within you. You'd be really good at scrying, using smoke, using mirrors. Mm-hmm. Awesome. Utilizing clairvoyant abilities, Lupe, especially if you're using smoke. Who's my favorite? Oh, mm, Bime. Um, I think Bime is my favorite one. Honestly, I really like working with Bime. I would say that's my favorite goddess. Yes. You know, your tree feels happy when you sit by it. Feed it. Give it offerings. Go and connect with it at night. See a lot of bats and wolves around you, Chance. Wolves and bats, for sure. But I'm seeing bats. Bats too. Um, strong fucking vampirism energy. Very fucking powerful. So, Dink, I don't know how comfortable you are with your mediumship abilities, but it definitely feels like those are energies that aren't necessarily around you, but they're kind of just passerbys and you can see into the other realms. Do I smoke weed? Sometimes. Sometimes I do. Let's see. So, Lippy, is there a little girl that follows you around? Thanks, Chance. I appreciate you. You've never done mediumship on purpose? Yeah, these are energies that are basically like, um, they're like astral denizens, but they're definitely the dead. But they're, you're just seeing into the other planes. It's all good. Don't worry. That's funny. Nah, you're good. You don't got to say you're bad. It's all good. Don't worry about it. It's just a sticker, you know? Hey, Chance, you have a pretty strong tongue, and when it comes to channeling, basically like non-human dialect, um, I just feel like you're a natural at channeling different non-human languages. So that's a very powerful fucking energy that I feel coming from you. It'll be very beneficial to incorporate sound into your rites because it'll make the manifestations far more powerful. It's a very rare and extremely unique gift to be able to channel the non-human tongues. Like they can like transfigure your rituals. You should you should ask Santissima to help you to translate it. She's really good at helping with things like that in your dreams. And if she doesn't like come fully forward with helping you understand it, then she can kind of give you, you know, little messages. Well, here's the thing. It's funny that you say that because I got my ability to speak those languages from the Draconians as well. So that would make a lot of sense. It makes sense. You can use it in rituals um, to open up doorways, to banish, to kind of like you can even use it to coerce certain spirits, to mesmerize, to fucking weave illusions over people. Like there's a lot of different things that you can utilize it for. The more that you use it, the more you're going to be able to understand it. But it's not just one language, it's multiple different languages. You have the gift of being able to channel tongues, and it comes quite naturally to you. You're obviously very clairvoyant. Like you're naturally a clairvoyant. Um you're going to have a strong channeling ability when you start to understand how to use that. So your ability to become possessed and invoke energies is far more natural and it's very dominant. So that ability to be able to kind of project yourself is very powerful within you. Traveling at a body using your clairvoyant ability, projection, and projection will come with shapeshifting too. So that's something that's very strong with you as well. Okay. Um, do you not live in like the typical area? Do you live near the forest? Dan, do you live near the forest? Because that feels like an elemental energy that approached you. It feels elemental. Yeah, me too. Me too. All right, give me a second. Let's see. Dank wizard. It's the same with you, Dank wizard. The abilities of protection, illusion, beguiling, um, strong gift of mediumship, clairvoyant ability. You have a very strong like intuition. You have a very strong intuition. So that kind of brings forward those feelings of, say if you walk into a place or you walk past someone, you'll just kind of get the impression of that person. You'll feel um, their emotion. You feel people's emotions on a very deep level. From what I'm connecting to, you have a really strong intuitive ability, really strong. So if you see them, they're like they if you see people, if you walk past someone, it's a very strong kind of like empathic ability. You kind of pull on those energies and you can feel how they feel. So it can be extremely overwhelming. Um, Even when it comes down to things that you see, the spirits that you see, you'll kind of get impressions of how they feel, like chills. You feel cold, you'll feel different temperatures. You have the ability to be able to manipulate those kind of energies and understand them, especially the more that you practice with it. But your ability to um, project is very powerful. Like, if you practice more with it, you'll be able to leave your body and go into the other planes with ease, honestly. It just comes very naturally to you. You live in the suburbs. It feels like a very elemental energy that approached you. Um, because it doesn't feel like anyone dead, and it doesn't feel like it doesn't feel like it's a infernal per se, but it just really feels. When you experienced this, did you feel like any emotion? Did you feel heat? Did you feel different temperature? Was it cold? Was it hot? Like, what was it? Because there's a very strong energy of the element of fire. Thank you, Jay. I like that little sticker. That's funny. But it feels like a feminine energy. It doesn't feel like a masculine energy. It feels like a feminine energy. Red glowing eyes. Let's see. Connected to black holes. Yo, you're fucking on point. You're on point. Big facts. Facts. Um, Jones, it feels like you have shadow people there. Because that's what it feels like. Um, no problem. No problem, Beth. Yeah. It feels like shadow beings, but it's like a nexus. Um, I'm just gonna throw this out there. Do you work with the energies of death? Have you been interested in the energies of death? Also, have you been interested in the energies of Saturn? Because this is it's a very kind of Saturnian energy that I feel from it. No, not death, not like dying. I'm just talking about um, the death current. Two black holes. I appreciate that. Seer magic. I've heard of it, but I'm not really familiar with it. I've heard of it, but I'm not really familiar with it. Yeah, Dan, it really feels like you like it feels like an elemental kind of energy. It definitely feels like it's energy that's connected to you. I don't want to say like it's an attachment, but it's connected to you because you do have compatibility with fire, but it feels like it was an elemental. You're not feeling easy right now. Well, here's what it looked like when I went in and I connected to it and I was looking at it. It looked like a it looked like a shadow-esque figure with like a very like elongated head with red eyes. Um and it's like just it just is standing there and watching. But it doesn't feel like it's attached to you though. Do you know of whether or not that place what beings do I know that are connected to black holes? The mantids. That's who first introduced me to working with black holes, the mantids. And then as I went further in my practice, working with lucifuge. But the mantids, they're the ones that introduced me to using black holes and traveling through them and the concept of them. Also, Shopping Jones, as I said, it's a very strong energy of Saturn. It could very well be Lucifer. Energetically, I strongly feel that it definitely has to do energetically with shadows and Saturn. It feels like a very Saturnian energy. But they have really it doesn't even look like hair. Jones, it's like a very elongated head and it's really like sharp at the top. and they're all black. They have these really long. It doesn't even look like claws. They I don't want to. I'm not even gonna say talons. It's like they're just really long, pitch black fingers. They're really dark, and they kind of just um, become absorbed in the darkness. Excuse me, but they don't feel like they're there to cause any harm. It's more curiosity. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're definitely working with a strong, powerful element of fire. It was an elemental. You get worse with magic. I think you should. I think for this you should talk to Amdusius, Shopping Jones. I feel like I do feel like you should reach out to Amdusius in this situation. Amdusius will be able to help with this. There are things that you're going to observe and that you're going to feel that don't make you feel the best because you have abilities, but this just doesn't feel like something that you could. It just doesn't feel like something that you know that you would use an average banishing on. I don't know how long you've lived where you live. In your personal opinion, what do you feel? Also, what do you think about? Okay, give me a second. Hmm. I just feel like Jones, you definitely are going to like. How long have you been experiencing this? That's the question I want to ask, because it's weird. It's like an attachment to your home, not necessarily an attachment to you. Mm-hmm. So it's an attachment to the home. I wouldn't say it's a haunting, but these are energies that are attached to the home. Oh, don't worry. Don't even worry. Yeah, I think you have the ability. Yeah. Okay, so when it comes down to these things, it'd be a very good idea to connect with energies like Noctulius, connecting with energies like Lucifuge, connecting with energies like Paimon, um, because what I would recommend in my experience when it comes down to this stuff, you actually can you can you can consume this energy to empower yourself. So if it's harassing you or if it's anything that's bothering you, you can consume it. Working with those energies will help you to get rid of them, but it can be empowering instead of just getting rid of it. This is for you, Jones, but also for you, Chance. Uh, Damn, I wish I could find that book because VK has a really good book that can help with that stuff that I've used before actually. Um, that allows you to consume them and be empowered. No, no. Especially if especially if you're working with someone who knows how to um, help you to consume those energies. I fucking wish I could find that book. He had it for sale, but I don't know if he has it for sale anymore. But it's literally the only ritual that I have seen that has been as effective as it has because I went to places that had kind of poltergeist energy and hauntings, and I ate the energy. And I believe that it was a ritual that I was empowered by Noctulius. Give me 1 second. Hold on. Give me a second. Okay. There we go. I'm back. Sorry, I was replying to a text message, but I'm still here. But I would recommend working with someone like Lucifuge Rofokeo. You can work with someone like Bune. You can work with Astaroth. You can work with Paimon, Lucifer. You can work with Amdusius. Yeah. Yeah. I wish I could find that book to recommend to you guys because it was like I don't remember what it was called. It's like it was a book on Noctulius, and it was a really fucking underrated book that VK put out, and he said he, believe it or not, he said he never even tried the rituals. But when I did those, it like when I did that particular one, it was amazing. It was fucking amazing. Lucifer doesn't only do lifelong packs. None of the Infernals only do lifelong packs. Some of them, like Bune, will say, "I want 6 months," depending on what you're asking for. Some of them will go for 2 months. As I said, depending on what you're asking for. It really depends on what you're asking for. Enthusiast. Um, Sorry. That's how you spell it. Amdusius. You can connect to either Amdusius or Lucifuge, pertaining to your situation shopping. Like it'd be a good idea. Someone asked me earlier if I work with Leviathan. I'm sorry that I didn't answer that question, but I just remembered. Um, but I just remembered. Yeah. Do I think Lucifuge is vampiric in nature? He can be extreme. He has vampiric aspects, but he's fucking amazing. I think he definitely has vampiric aspects because he's like the fucking embodiment of fucking Sitariel. So, yeah, like most of the Saturnian current is vampiric. So yeah, I've heard of something like that, and those are the kind of packs that they accept. Those are the kind of packs that they like more than you asking for money and stuff. Because then, if you take those packs and you take it serious, it's very rewarding. Let me see. Yes, I've heard of stuff like that. I made a pact with Balberith that was essentially just like that. So yes, I've heard of it and I've done it before, and it's extremely beneficial. Let's see. Okay, Lupe, do you have any pictures of your younger self? I mean, it'll help if you have pictures of yourself in which you were like whatever age range you're trying to reach pertaining to you, to where you can write down basically questions about your younger self. How did you feel? How did, keeper of the water? Yeah. Give me a second. How did you feel? How did you. What the? What the fuck was it? You heard that too? Something hit my window right now. And I was just like, what the fuck? So I'm just kind of like, the fuck was that? You guys heard that, right? That's what I'm talking about. I don't know what the fuck that was. What's up? Yeah, I don't know what that was. That was fucking crazy though. Lily, did you hear that? Sounded like a bird. Yeah, it did. No, it hit my window. Got hit. I think it was a bird that hit the window. Yeah, I think that's what it was too. think because it sounded like it was up here on the skylight, but I didn't see anything though. It might have been lower. What's up, God Reaper? How you doing? I mean, I have a familiar who does shit like that. Like he does shit like that. He's very playful, and sometimes at night he'll like knock shit over, or yeah, that's my cat. He'll knock shit over, and I'll hear him laugh sometimes, because he's very active. Like he can manifest, and it's interesting. Sometimes he's really fucking hyper, but that was my window. Like that was glass for sure. It was like doom. Leviathan, the keeper of the water and the void. She's also my god. The one I see, I gain most inspiration and manifest power from the opened up in the gate, if you will, to magic. Oh yeah, Leviathan's very fucking powerful. Mm-hmm. What's up, Arctic Sun? How are you? This has been a very, very productive chat, huh? I'm trying to get a good angle so that this damn light isn't so in the picture. Let's see if I can make the light go down a little bit. It does make a difference. Which demons are good for protection? Um, Malphus, Stolas, Paimon, Astaroth, Ose. Ose is fucking awesome for protection. Breaking down illusions. No, I haven't worked with her. Marcosius, Lilith. Mm-hmm. From Legal Trouble, hell yeah. Yeah, I really like working. Sorry, my cats are being weird right now. Chilling. No, I've not really like worked with Ekati. Mm-hmm. That's on Atlantis. Hold up. Yeah, self-meditation is very powerful for protection. Dank, you need to protect your shadow. Dank Wizard. Like if anyone's gonna go after anything or any spirits for that matter, they're gonna go for your shadow. You should work on your shadow protection. Been good. I don't give up my personal number, but what do I talk on? I do talk on WhatsApp. You can email me. Email me, Shopping Jones. We can talk on WhatsApp. What do I think about the future of humanity? Do I think we'll form into some kind of singularity? Good question. I think that I think there's going to be a lot of people who are going to die. And I think that that's what's going on right now. I really feel like it's going to be worse. And there will be a lot of people who are under the rule of. It just feels like it's going to be the same. Sorry, I'm like everywhere. It feels like it's going to be the same, but with far more restrictions and a lot more death. I think at the rate we're going, things are going to be extremely complicated, but it's also going to be very bad. I just don't see any more family structure. I see family structure fading out of the picture, you know, morals going out of the door, a lot of violence that is like more common. Not even incited, just more common. Far more desensitization and just disconnect. I don't see people coming together. I see people separating even more. Yeah, exactly. Shadow, protect your shadow. Augment your shadow and protect it. Doing more work pertaining to your traumas so that they're not easy to see, so that people can't exploit them and manipulate you, so that people can't use things. So people can't use things against you easily. You don't feel anything when you're chanting the in. So light an incense, light a candle for Beleth. Put something red out for Beleth. You can bleed, put blood on the seal of Beleth or draw Beleth's seal in blood if you were into that. But you should try and perform some type of exercise before you go into trying to do meditation so that you can remove your ego. That's what blocks everyone when it comes down to meditation or trying to communicate with spirits. A walking? What do you mean? Like a walk-in or what is it? try different things. Lily, just try and, try and draw a Bélez seal on your body or something. Try and draw your Bélez seal on your brow. Uh, like I said, bleed on the seal. Light incense for Bélez. Sing for Bélez. Dance for Bélez. Do different things. But ultimately, stretch and get yourself relaxed before you go into ritual. It's going to help a lot. It's going to remove your questioning. It's going to remove that overthinking. What's up, Atropa? How are you? Yeah, I had a walk-in experience. I had a full-blown walk-in experience. I've not really met or talked to anyone who had like a walk-in experience aside from one other person, one of my friends. But like as in depth as that, only him and me. Partial possession. Okay. Dill. Yeah, dill is good. Yeah. Hold up. Let me answer Lupe's question. At the moment, no. I don't see that there's anything coming after you or attacking you. It would just be good to ground your energy more because it just really feels like your energy's more out there. It's more stretched out. So ground yourself so that you can dim that energy a little bit, Lupe. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. Some people will go through that when they're possessed. Like that's a full blown possession when the spirit's taking over. Mario, you've seen that? It's pretty crazy. Kabbalist. No problem. Partial possession and the benefits of it. So partial possession can help with a lot of different things. Partial possession can help you take on different traits or aspects of the spirit that you're working with or that you're calling to, like taking on their sight, taking on their hearing, taking on their ability to feel, to transfigure, to shapeshift. What do you need and the requirements of doing so? That's it. That's very devotional work, because if you're going to be possessed by someone and you want to take on their traits, you want to have them come into your body and help you with those things, it's going to require you to work a little extensively with them so that you can kind of gain their trust. Some of them want you to gain their trust before you can do that, to make sure that you're someone that's not going to reveal secrets that which they're going to be revealing to you, because some things are not meant to be given to the public. Some things are only going to be for you, Okay, you feel your brain gets connected to another consciousness, but you've got no reference point. Well, when it comes down to it, do you ask questions? Ask questions. When you're doing that meditation and you're connecting with them, ask questions. add different chants, bring different things into it. It might just be the beginning stages, but that is a form of possession. Okay, give me a second. For those of you who want to, for those of you who want to have help with shadow work, who want to, um, have help with shadow meditation, understanding those kinds of things, because that's not really my specialty, I would recommend going to Imperator Cineresh for the Mejurite Cabal. She is someone that I can definitely recommend for this kind of stuff. Do you have any tips on to find out if you're dealing with a trickster? Give me 1 second. Okay. Okay. No, I mean, in the beginning, I did try it, and I didn't really know about those practices at first. But for me, I don't like to play both sides. So if I'm working with infernals, and I'm only going to work with infernals. So Imperator Sinaresh, Sinnaresh. She's a specialist in shadow divination, shadow meditation, um, connection to the energies of the Janith and the shadow people. She's absolutely amazing and literally one of the best to do it, when it comes down to working with the shadow self. So I would highly recommend reaching out to her. Um, I can't recommend her enough. Like, she's amazing with that. Okay, you're actually unsure of your express position. You got a reference point. Thank you. All right, give me 1 second. You've been trying to open up to King Paimon. You have any tips for starting with him? Put together a little. When I was working with Paimon, I put together a little space for him. You can put his altar facing the north or the west, the north or the west. Put water. You can give him like a cup of water. You can give him some hard liquor. He likes dark and light liquor, but in my experience, I gave him dark liquor. He likes chocolate. You can give him chocolate. You can sit with him and kind of do meditations with him, chant his in. He likes offerings of blood. Like, if you have fucking roaches, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you have roaches or you have any kind of pest, you can literally give those as a sacrifice to him, and he'll accept it. When working with Paimon, he's going to work with you in your dreams. So you can set up his altar. I would set up his altar next to your bed if you want to seriously work with him. Set up a little ritual space or an altar next to your bed. Burn candles to him. Say prayers to him. Make your own prayer to him. He likes the creativity, and kind of just every morning and every night, just connect with him, and then he'll start to become more open with you. He'll become more like prevalent in your practice, and he'll start to reveal more things to you. But you just have to show him that you're interested, and he'll come forward. Yes, you can, Anderson. I mean, Andrew, you can. I hope that helps, Atropa. Yeah, but it's okay. Black Salvation. Let's see if I can find anything for that. Osteroth. Below say Osteroth. Let's see. Will that work? Hold on. I want to actually try it before I give it to you, Black Salvation. So let me see. No. Somebody asked the question, so I was giving that to them. For you, I want to try this mantra that I got before I give it to you. So give me a second. That should work. Okay. Black Salvation. Try this mantra. So say se re ne o. Sereneo. Yes. Yes. My most visible AP, visible apparition. Let me see. Well, you have Lucifuge Rofocale. I saw the mantids fully manifest in front of me, and that was like the scariest shit that I've ever seen. What else? I have seen. I've seen Santa Muerte manifest in front of me before. I've seen Amdusius manifest in front of me before. I've seen Asmodeus manifest in front of me before. Asmodeus was fucking creepy. Like, that was creepy. Like, he looked like exactly how they depicted him. If you Google Asmodeus and you see the face, you see him with the hat, you see his nose, like, and he kind of has like a long nose. That's how he showed up to me, and he was like full blown standing in my hallway, and that was pretty fucking That's pretty fucking crazy. Yeah. Yeah, the mantids, like giant mantis beings, like like the creature, the bug, the praying mantis. There's actually extraterrestrials that are mantids. Yes, a demonic in can be used as an empowerment mantra too. Like the mantids are probably about 9 feet tall, just to give you like a picture of it. They're 9 feet tall. They're all these like really vibrant colors. The one that manifested in front of me was like really bright purple, and it looked like a praying mantis, but it was just gigantic, and it towered over me. And at first, when I heard it, it was like there was just screeching. It was like a loud, like screeching noise, like. And then I told it I figured that I could telepathically communicate with it, so I told it that I couldn't understand what it was saying. So then it did this like movement with its hand, and it kind of like put its, I don't even know what you call those things. It put its arm next to my head, and it kind of like it just whooshed some energy around, and I was able to hear and understand what they were saying. And so I was able to understand it. And that night, when I met that, like when I saw that apparition, I actually was able to, that's when I got introduced to black holes from them. True story. It was insane. I think I was way too young to be getting introduced to this shit, because that's what led me to getting into fuckery in the astral. It led me to straight fuckery because I was way too young to be using this stuff. So I started doing all kinds of fuck shit, going to different places, messing with different spirits, harassing people just cuz I knew how to do it. But it wasn't people that were like on earth. It was people that were from other planes and shit. Um I believe that they are from different planes for sure. The reason for I don't know what the reason for introducing me to that stuff was. I have no idea. I still have no idea. Um, I would say they're equal. Using the Hinduism path and using the path of working with like infernals, they're equal because a lot of the practices are gonna kind of um intertwine with each other. Yeah, for sure. I don't really know what their purpose was, but I definitely I definitely have been still looking to find that answer because I really don't know. But it was crazy. It was crazy. I think maybe they introduced me to that method because I had such a hard time actually astral projecting. Like I had a hard time. I actually had a hard time using my clairvoyant ability too. Like it wasn't a strong suit of mine. It had to be worked on to be able to, utilize that. Would I ever meet them again? I would I would, but I haven't been able to. It's hard. Um I don't actually know how I got in contact with them in the first place. I think they just became interested because I was like astral projecting and intentionally doing it like every night. So I was practicing with it and building up on it every night. And that's when it got to the point where I started coming in contact with different extraterrestrials and stuff. But I haven't been in contact with them ever since. Like since all of that stuff happened, I hadn't been in contact with them. Jadim. Yeah, that's true. Well, it can be either way. And if he's telling you and correcting you on certain stuff, use it. Use it because it will help. Have I met my future self? Yes, I actually have. That's a really good question because I remember just this goes right in with me practicing my astral projection. Um, I remember that I was practicing leaving my body and I was setting the attention to what was I using? Okay, give me 1 second, 1 second. So I was practicing leaving my body a lot and I wanted to I just wanted to see what, what was out there. I had so many questions I wanted answers to, and I didn't even intentionally call to him. He just came to me. And the funny thing is, he looked exactly like how I look right now. When I was maybe about 16, I didn't look anything like this. I looked completely different. Like my looks have completely changed from when I was 15 and 16 years old. So I looked like this when he approached me, and he was just telling me, like, he was just giving me a warning. Like he warned me about um he warned me about kind of like um overstepping on my path and overextending myself. I thought it was very interesting because I didn't really know what he was talking about, but I'm at that point right now. It would be interesting, and I potentially could maybe maybe I could. You could get confused and open your eyes and the room is pitch black. I understand that. What method of astral projection was I using? I was using the rope technique. I was using the rope technique. I was using the cyclone technique, in which you uh, envision yourself in like in a cyclone. You book SpongeBob. That's funny. You envision yourself in a cyclone, and you kind of get sucked in this meditation. You get sucked down into like the in the middle, the core of it. And as you're getting sucked in, you just let go. And when you let go, all that fear, when you're in the water, you let go of feeling like you're going to drown, and you envision yourself going through like a cone. So the top of the cone is very wide, but as you get to the bottom, it's very narrow. So once you reach the bottom, you pop out. And when you pop out of the bottom of the cone, you're out of body. So that's the method that I was using. It would be a very interesting. I'd be up for it. I'd be up for it. I might be able to do that. I just don't know how to get back in contact with them. But with the help of a spirit, I'm pretty sure. Can you get a channel chant for your higher self? I know VK has them. No, I haven't. I haven't. I haven't, Lucian. Just keep trying, Laylee. Just keep trying. You just got to keep going. It can be difficult, but just keep going. There's cat hair on me. Just keep doing it. It's gonna, it's definitely gonna get to the point where you're just completely out. It might get confusing when you're completely out of your body too, but it's okay. Just keep doing it. Keep practicing with it. Keep on practicing with it. Would I be down to do a channeling on my channel? Um, yeah, I'd be up for it. Yeah, that'd be cool. Of course. Thank you. I appreciate that. That's cool. Doing evocation with no tools. I mean, that's for people who are more experienced with it, but it still can be done. Yeah, it can be done. I should channel the mantids. Try to channel them. Yeah, that'd be funny. That would be funny. Hmm. That would be interesting. I'd be up for attempting it. I haven't talked to them in years, and I'm not sure if I know how to get back in contact with them. I just have my memories of them, you know? Maybe I can use the memories. I'm gonna answer the other part of this question that I saw too. Would I plan to contact my past self so your past self can meet your future self? Um, there are some things that I definitely would like to do pertaining to my past and my past self because I feel like it would definitely help for me to shift some things. But I think that there's I just really think that it's very difficult to do stuff like that because you're going back in time. You can literally really mess up your life going back in the past and not being careful. Do I have experiences with the Grays? Ton. I have a ton of experiences with the Grays. I have stories for days with them. Hmm. Have you ever gotten recognized from a stranger? Um, no, not me, but I know that Jupiter has from TikTok. She's had people when we lived in Vegas that knew who she was. When we were in like a botanica and somebody was like, "Hey, you're Jupiter." And we were just like, "What the hell?" Like it was crazy. But for me, no. No. What are my thoughts on the Grays? Um they are very difficult. They're very difficult because it's hard to gauge on whether or not they are, you know, on whether or not it's beneficial to connect to them or detrimental for you to connect with them because some of them are really nice and then some of them are really fucked up. I think it's I think a very good comparison to that would be working with the Fae. You have some of the Fae that are really kind, really cool, you know, chill, and then you have the others that just like to fuck with you and fuck with people and cause chaos, wreak havoc. The Greys are kind of like that. Some of them are like that because they just like the reaction of human emotion because they don't have it. So they will test and experiment on people. Um, do I think the Greys are connected to Draconians? Damn, these are some good ass questions. It's making me think. I think she was weirded out. Yeah, she was kind of creeped out. She was like, what the hell?" Do I think the Greys are connected to Draconians? All of my experiences with extraterrestrials, especially the Greys, led me to connect with the Draconians. So maybe you had a dream about a mantis. What was it like? Like every single one of my experiences with the other species of extraterrestrials led up to me connecting to the Draconians. Let me reply to this message really quick. Sorry, I'm back. What was your dream like? What happened in your dream when you had a dream about them? Oh man, my legs. Okay. Oh. Do I think they're connected? I think that I think the mantids have access to a lot of different worlds, a lot of different realms, and as I've said, they definitely have strong ties to black holes. Like they utilize black holes to travel, and that's how they reach people so easily. Um, like they travel as light, if that makes sense. Yeah, they're very connected to technology. They might have BS'd you. It doesn't sound like BS. I just saw that. Do they ever get possessive or jealous of my time? The only the only the only energies that I've ever worked with that were jealous, that clashed, believe it or not, were Paimon and Bune. Bune did not want Paimon around when I was working with them. Paimon did not want Bune around when I was working with him. Like they were very much so not compatible, if that makes sense. They didn't like each other. Aside from that, no, I've never had any conflict. I've never had any of the energies or any of the spirits feel conflict or feel upset toward each other at all. Like, except for those two, except for those two, and that's it. Like, like I even when working with the Ifa, working with the Orishas, and working with Santa Muerte, people say that they get mad at each other, but I've never experienced them getting mad at each other. I've never experienced Santa Muerte getting jealous. I've it's just me. I never have. Yeah, yeah. It took a while for Bune and uh, Paymon to actually. I keep I keep thinking I'm seeing shit on my camera. I don't know, but it took a while for them to start to get along. Like they were not used to each other and they did not like being around each other. They fucking hated being around each other. Those are literally the only two. Damn, that's crazy. Yeah, yeah. Like I remember when I first started working with Pune, right? When I first started working with Pune, I was moving from the place that I was heavily devoted and working with Paymon. And I moved to that new apartment in Vegas, and Bune told me straight up, if you're going to be working with me, I need you to take everything that is associated with Paymon out of here because I don't want to have interference with our connection. That's what Bune said verbatim. And Bune was like, if you're going to work with me, then work with me. If you're going to work with him, then work with him. Don't mix our energies together because we don't really benefit being around each other for too long. That's what they said. And I was like, that's interesting. It was really interesting. And so I did just that. I took everything down, that I had dedicated to Paymon. I just put it in the dark. I wasn't working with him. Started working heavily with Bune. And then after I got, more close with Bune and I built a relationship and more of a bond, that's when they started kind of tolerating each other, if that makes sense. Who should you focus on right now? Lord Shiva. Okay, you want to, okay. I thought you were talking about the Hindu deities. But Lord Shiva comes up. Do I think because both of them work with the realm of wealth? I think it's because um, I think it's because of their rank. Honestly, they're not. They don't treat each other kindly. Like in the hierarchy, they don't really. Their ranking toward each other, they they floss and they stun on each other. From my experience with them, they kind of clash with each other. Some of them do. So when you have someone that is, say like a knight, and you have someone who's a king, they're going to act accordingly to those rankings. So I feel like Bune, because Bune is not under Paimon, Bune is under Lucifer. Bune just doesn't feel like there's that connection there. Bune loves to work with Lucifer and works very well with anyone that is, you know, uh, directly under Lucifer. But I don't know why they have such I don't know why Bune and Paimon have such a problem with each other. They 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 did they did have a problem with each other. The Lucifer and the Lucifuge relationship. Um, I like I'm I may sound biased because I may sound biased. Yeah, exactly. Even though he's loyal to Lucifer, exactly. I think it's like I said, it's a ranking thing. It's their rank. They treat each other according to their rank. They don't treat humans like that, but they treat each other like that. Let's see. Their relationship, like how they are. I haven't really extensively worked much with Lucifer, but I've worked heavily with Lucifuge. Um, Lucifer is more he has a lot more of a lighter kind of energy to him, whereas I strongly resonate with Lucifuge more. I've never worked with them together, and I've not worked as much with Lucifuge, especially as much as I've worked with I mean, I've not worked as much with Lucifer than I've worked with Lucifuge, because I've worked with Lucifuge extensively. I was working with Lucifuge in depth a lot. So they're just it's just it's so hard to describe that because they're like twins, they're branch offs of each other. You could say that they're like masks of each other, but I've never really experienced them, uh, getting upset with one another or anything like that. They're very open to you working with one or both of them. But if you're working with Lucifuge, you're just going to be a lot more. immersed in the shadows. You're going to be a lot more dark. Working with him, you're going to be unintentionally invoking him and becoming far more secluded. You're going to be becoming far more um, to yourself, a lot more astute. Whereas with Lucifer, you might be more open. Like a brother. They're like brothers. Um, I would say they're like twin brothers. They're equally equally the same. Um, in my experience, they're exactly the same when it comes to their rank. They don't tell either one, like they don't tell each other what to do because they're equal. They consider themselves equal to each other. Like I said, it's just my experience. That's an interesting dream. That's pretty cool though. Atrophy, the Tower of Atrophy, is the dark sense of sinister. Lucifuge is fucking. He's like, yeah, he's dark. He can be sinister, but he's not evil. He's just. I feel that Lucifer and Lucifuge are. You're either gonna work with one or the other one. Your personality is this one or it's that one. My personality is very Lucifuge, Rofocale. My energy is very strongly connected to Lucifuge, Rofocale. Um, Not too much about God. Uh, I don't. I have a video on GOP. I don't really remember much about working with GOP. Um, but I know that that's another energy that can help you with self transformation. Yeah. Yeah. Lucifer will build you up and Lucifuge will break you down. That's what I'll say the difference is. Lucifuge will break you down. Um, he'll break down your ego in a way that you just have to be the type of person that can handle and take that tough love because that's how he is. It may seem like he's insulting you or being extremely rude or harsh, but that's Lucifuge. Probably gonna head out now. I've been just doing this and channeling and everything. I need to eat something. I'm hungry. So I'll see you guys. I really appreciate your support, guys, but I'm really hungry. No, I didn't disable super chats at all. No.